everyone, welcome back to my channel, Conquer College Admissions. My name is Julie Kim and I am a USC and Harvard graduate, now mentoring and guiding high school students to get accepted into their dream Ivy League and top tier using their passion and strength. If you are here for the very first time, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified when I release new videos every single week. So let's go ahead and get started. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to build a better relationship with your teachers and counselors. Let's go ahead and get started. Building a good relationship with your teacher and counselor is very important because number one, they're your teachers. You should get to know them and ask them questions and build a good relationship with them. But also it's important in a sense that they will be writing your recommendation letters for your Ivy League and top tier applications. So some schools don't require recommendation letters, but most schools do. So it's really important that you get good recommendation letters from 2 core teachers and 1 counselor and 1 external recommender if you do have one. I also have a video on how to get the best recommendation letters, so we'll link the video in this area so you can click on it and check it out if you're interested in recommendation letter tips. When I was in high school, I really had a hard time getting to know my teachers because I wasn't very good at small talk and I just preferred to just go into class, do my work, take my test, and that was it. But I've decided that I really wanted to build a relationship with my teachers because something just felt off. And what I started to do was I would go in after school or I would go in after class to ask a few questions. And sometimes we have independent study time in class. So during those times, I'll go up to the teacher to ask some questions about the assignment. And I think that really shows that you are trying hard, you're asking questions, and that you're staying very proactive about school, this class, this assignment, and all of that. So I really try to get to know my teachers that way. And also if I have any event coming up or if I'm doing something that is off campus, I'll share that with my teacher too. And it was a really hard thing to do in the beginning. And like I said, I'm just not good at small talk. And what I realized was that I had to make an effort. I can't just blame my personality like, oh well, like I'm an introvert, I don't like talking to people or teachers, I'm not gonna do it. That really limits you. So I had to challenge myself and to make it a goal to proactively talk with teachers, get to know them. And once I did it slowly and gradually, it became easier for me. And that's with anything that you do for the very first time. So I encourage you to ask your teachers about your assignments, about your interests, what you're doing on campus, off campus, and create a metric for yourself. So maybe you can say, this month I'm going to talk to my teacher at least once, or this month I'm going to talk to my teacher at least twice. So you get to set your own metric and go with that. You have to be conscious and proactive about this process. Otherwise, you can just have months and months go by and be like, oh crap, I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't really get to know any of my teachers. What am I gonna do? So with counselor, it's a little bit of a different story. Some schools have a lot of students, and so the counselors are responsible for 300, 400, 500 students per year, and that is a lot of students to work with. And so again, with counselors, you also need to be very proactive and make an appointment to meet with your counselor. So with my students, I tell them, okay, try to meet with your counselor at least 3 to 4 times a year and just really get to know them, ask some good questions about your college list, about your major, and just make sure that you are using their resource and building a relationship. It's not always about, oh, I'm gonna get to know this person because she's gonna write me a rec letter, because if you approach it that way, it's very obvious. And I mean, why would you wanna do that, right? I think we should really embrace our relationship with everyone we meet. And so even with your counselor, you can get to know them, ask questions. And honestly, the best advice is to ask some good question. Don't go in like stuttering, yeah, I have a question, because that sounds so unprofessional. So make sure that you have 2 to 3 questions written down or at least memorized in your head so that you can ask them during your meeting. So again, with the counselor, you do have to make an effort. If you don't, then again, months and months will go by and nothing will happen. Do keep it in mind that you don't need to build a relationship with every teacher on campus. I'm sure from the 6 classes you're taking right now, there's 1 or 2 that you really like, and you like her style of teaching, you like his style of mentorship. So you just get to pick 1 or 2 and build a relationship with them, because not everyone's going to be writing you a rec letter, and not everyone needs to be a good fit. Just like, when it comes to dating, like not everyone will be a good fit for you, right? So keep that in mind. And once you think that way, it gives you less pressure, because you're like, yeah, I don't need to make an effort to build a relationship with all of my teachers. It's just the ones that I really feel connected to academically and personally, because some personalities attract each other, so you might really like that. So keep that in mind so that you're not in too much pressure about this process, especially if you think that you are an introvert. Alright, you guys, I hope that you found this video helpful. It's a short one, but I've been getting a lot of questions about what if I'm not close with my teachers, or like how do I build a good relationship? And so I thought I would record a quick video for you on how to do that, even though you are an introvert. I hope that you found this helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to join our Facebook group, Conquer College Admissions, as well as subscribe to our podcast, Demystifying College Admissions, where we have guest experts and I do solo episodes in there about college admissions and mindset. Okay, you guys, have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys soon.